Sorry, I got a little bit of disturbance with the connection, but I'm back. I would like to thank you guys for all the support that you are giving climate activists and all kinds of environmentalists, because it is your support and motivation that keeps us moving and keeps us going. Yes, we have the earth in mind, but knowing that we are not fighting for a better future alone is really motivating. So personally, I would like to thank you for the wonderful things that you've done. Thank you for following the posts that we put on my page. Thank you for liking them. Thank you for sharing them. Thank you for commenting and giving your ideas on what we should do about the climate crisis. Unfortunately, we haven't reached to the point where we want to see action, because our leaders haven't really given us what we deserve. They have not provided what we really deserve, and yet they're accountable for the climate crisis, and we have every right to a cleaner and healthier environment. So that is why we keep fighting. We keep demanding for change. I've noticed as time went by after this whole year, I carried out an analysis about climate change and the climate strike and the climate movement, and I realized that there's too much focus on the climate movement in the West, in the Western countries, and this was leaving countries in the global South. It was leaving them out, and it was affecting us because the leaders from countries in the global South, for example, the countries from Africa, they have been silent about the climate crisis. We don't know if they are supportive or if they do not believe in what we are doing. That's the problem, because with their silence, we can't tell if they're on our side, we can't tell if they're not on our side. So we actually want them to speak up. We actually want them to say something about the climate movement, at least to tell us whether they like what we are doing or they don't like what we are doing. At least they should tell us what we know, instead of being in suspense and not knowing what they really think about the climate activism. So that is why I started a movement, and this movement is it's called Rise Up Movement, with its roots right from Africa. This is to give a voice to climate activists in Africa, to demand for climate action, to air out their views, to air out their opinions, and demand for what rightfully belongs to them. As I speak right now, this Rise Up Movement is visible in Uganda, of course, in Somalia, in Kenya, it's in Malawi, Togo, Senegal. Soon it's starting in Zambia and South Africa. So roughly we have this Rise Up movement. It is in 8 countries in Africa right now, and we are looking for more representatives from Africa, because when we build a strong voice as Africa, it will make the world listen to us, it will make the leaders listen to us, and we'll be able to air out whatever we are demanding for, and they'll be able to give us the solutions that we are looking for. So I call upon you, people from Africa. Age does not matter. Everyone is welcome regardless of how old you are. So I'm calling upon the people in Africa to join the Rise Up movement, because this is the movement that is going to air out the voices, that is going to amplify the voices of climate activists in Africa. And we need all ages. I've seen doctors for future, I've seen teachers for future. We need this in Africa as well. We don't have any teachers for future, we don't have any doctors for future in Africa, but that is what we are looking for. So in the Rise Up movement, you have the opportunity to join us and be an activist. You don't have to be a striker, but you can add your voice to what we are doing and help us amplify the work of the Rise Up movement. Therefore, I call upon all people in Africa, just help me share this so that many can be able to see it, many can be able to listen to it, and many can be able to join. Everyone is welcome. It's voluntary, there are no interviews, nothing. It's the will and passion to fight for our future and for our planet. to demand for what belongs to us. So I call upon all of you to join us, to join the climate movement in Africa, that is the Rise Up movement, and we take over all the countries in Africa so that when we speak, they listen. We just need a strong voice in Africa, and it has come up through the Rise Up movement. As I said, we already have oh sorry, I just seen a comment from Car Colombo. Thank you so much. What you can do is you can help us to amplify and keep sharing the work of the climate movement in Africa. And actually, I'm going to create a page, the Rise Up movement page. We already have it on Twitter, and it is picking up very fast with over 2,000 followers right now in less than a week. So I'm going to create the Facebook page for the Rise Up movement. Please share it and share our work and just spread the message. The key is spreading the message, because when the message is spread, we will be heard. So as I was saying, all of you are welcome to join the Rise Up movement in Africa, because this year the story of Africa changes. African leaders will listen and they'll speak up. The world will listen and it will speak up. It will listen up. Thank you so much. I love you guys. You've been so supportive in this movement, and I couldn't do it without you. We couldn't do it without you. Just keep doing what you're doing. Keep sharing our work. Keep posting about us. Keep tweeting about us. Keep following us on Twitter. Keep telling people about our movement, and just help us to spread our message as the people from Africa, as the youth from Africa, as everyone from Africa. And I really send my prayers to the people of Australia. We are really sorry about the fires that are destroying lives and killing people, killing animals, destroying property. We are so sorry about this, and we stand in solidarity. Africa stands with you, Australia. With climate activism, we'll be able to get the change that we need, and we won't have to see those fires again. Thank you so much. It was really great talking to you. I love you guys. Bye.